I'm Ali Jawad. I'm from Pakistan, and I'm here on a semester exchange program. So I'm just here for the spring semester, and I'm a chemical engineering major in my senior year. Well, I speak 3 languages. I understand 4. So the 4th one is pretty much like I do understand that, but when I'm speaking it, I mix up with the 3rd language, English and Urdu and Punjabi. So the 4th one is Saraiki that I do understand that completely, but you know. Punjabi is my native language, but I like commonly in my home and around in my surrounding I speak Urdu. So the Urdu is like the national language of my country, and Punjabi is like my language to, I would say my mother tongue or something like that. We have 2 types of schooling systems. One is like the English medium school system and the Urdu medium. So I have been taught in English medium from like nursery, the prep class, the basic toddler class. So I've got my education in English medium school. In our schools, we are taught British English. So because Pakistan was under British rule, Pakistan is like the subcontinent region, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. We were under British rule for a long period of time, then we got independent. That's the history. But you have the impact of what you were through. So we are still taught British English. And then if I watch movies and, series and seasons, these things, that is in American English. So that's like it becomes difficult sometimes to comprehend. I'm typing on, I still have my Word document on, that is on US English, and I'm typing UK English because they use you a lot. The you thing differs a lot. So I actually have a lot of times I have to correct these things. Okay, this is not how it's gonna work in here. Since English is not my first language, it's a secondary language that I learned. I would consider myself fluent to some extent, but it's a relative thing. I came in here, I realized sometimes you don't have that kind of vocabulary. Like when you're just communicating, I can do that. I'm doing it right now. But sometimes I'm reading a book or something like that. That's the part of the language, but I need to Google some words because I might not have that much of vocabulary, the typical proper English vocabulary. There are words in English, like let me give it with an example. Sorry. You just say sorry, other person understand you're saying something. If I translate this word into Urdu, my language, that I have a word, but if I say that word, no one will understand what I'm saying because that's the fragment of a sentence. We have the complete sentences. There are a lot of words that I've observed here. They're just this word and they have a meaning. But if I translate them, they do have a word in my language, but that doesn't hold a meaning until I say it in a sentence. So it's just always a fragment of a sentence. So if I would say the word for the sorry is maafi. Sorry, maaf. Maaf is the word. If I would say maaf, that doesn't make any sense. To me, it doesn't make any sense because I'm not having anything before. Mujhe maaf karo. That's a complete sentence. Please forgive me, or I'm sorry, something like that. If you're addressing someone, I would say you. You. That's a word, you. But in my language, if the person is an elder person or a younger person, we have different words for that. For the you thing, like I would say, even we have 3 words for that. If you're my friend, I would even say there's the pretty, the easy word tu. Then if you are like a normal person of my age, somewhere around my age, I would say we do have a lot of things with the age in terms of in our language. So I would say tum. But if there is an elder person or a person with a higher rank, my teacher or someone like, I will always use another word that is up. The relatives I have, like you would call up everyone aunt and uncle. Like your father's brother would be your uncle, and your mother's brother would also be your uncle. But we have all different names for these relationships. A lot, like even grandfathers. You call it paternal or maternal grandfather, right? But we would have different names for them. Like we call dada, nana for the paternal, maternal. And even like in every relationship, we have specific name for the relationship. That's the difference as well. If I'm living in Pakistan, I can't survive without Urdu because that's like the common language all over the Pakistan. We have different regional languages. Punjabi is like one of the regional languages. I live in the province of Punjab. I do speak Punjabi. So if I go in another province, I might not be able to communicate in Punjabi, but Urdu is like the national language of Pakistan. So that's like English in America. You can speak English everywhere in America. You can speak Urdu in everywhere. So if I don't know that language, definitely that's not how I'm not going to be really surviving well. Uh, well, English, it's kind of becoming important in Pakistan to excel forward. Like if I'm here, I'm on a program that's a semester exchange program. So I'd give a TOEFL test, that's an English language test. I give interviews and they were judging my English definitely, that can I communicate if I come, if I have to move from somewhere from Pakistan to here, or if I have to excel in some fields, they do require English as a common language. Multinational companies, I'm applying for jobs, and multinational companies, they have offices all over the world, right? So they do require that you know a better English, and if I'm giving a job and if I'm not giving it in English, they might not consider me. So yeah, they're important in there. And definitely in America, I need to know English, to at least one language. That's the language that I can survive with. So here English is important for me.